Okay, Tuesday morning in the kingdom, and I'm standing over here because the bots got a hold of my YouTube channel again. Yes, that fellow's complaining about the USA flag being higher than the Canadian one over here. Yes, he seems to show up, that bot seems to show up once a month to complain about the flags. Okay, there's other people abusing the flags around the world. Go bother them. I'm just having fun at the end of the world. Plus, today is a day of, how would you say, reckoning or whatever in the United States of America with the USA flag. That's the USA flag in honor of the ladies for WASP. How dare that bot slam the ladies of WASP. They flew that plane and had a good time to support the war effort. Yes. All right, this morning, we're off to a slow start. That time change. I stayed up till 10:30 new time last night. Yes, that's what, 11:30 old time? All right, this morning we woke up to -1, but feels like -6. And then on the yo-yo scale, +28 Fahrenheit, but feels like +26. There's a slight breeze, but I have to stand here to show that this is two different displays for that bot. He's annoying. I might have to block him and remove him like the other ones on Facebook. Yes. All right, so the Amazon has my 23rd book, which is a picture book, not a coloring book, a picture book. And it's an ebook only, and it's King of Obsolete's collectibles. We took all the pictures of the collectibles in the kingdom and made a book. Yes, so on it as an ebook, they're colored photos, yes, but still black and white to me because I'm colorblind. All right, it's free as an ebook from November 5th to the 9th. Link in the description so you can click on and enjoy. Yes, we should be out having fun with the 41 Chevy spinning the tires. And Johnny G had to go to Thompson today to get the freight that didn't make it yesterday. Oh, well, the roads were slippery and even the mail truck was late getting here yesterday. So the staff is going to the post office first thing to get our package. Yes, to get our package. Because the birds are going on strike again. Unreal. And that's okay, because Hydro, MTS, all those guys, the phone company, are encouraging you to switch over to e-bill. So they'll send you an email with your bill in it instead of a paper thing. So that's less papers or envelopes being mailed. So once again, the post office. I grew up with the post office always going on strike. Yes, always. And they always went just before Christmas. And then as a wee kid, we were crying because we didn't know if our presents would come from our relatives. Now I'm old. I don't care because I have no friends, no relatives. I mean, they don't talk to me. Hey, and remember, the sister even forgot to tell me that mother passed away. Just a minor detail. So it was Google that told me. If it wasn't for Google, I would think mother still had her computer troubles. Yes, that's why she wasn't replying to my emails or whatever. All right, so that's what I say. The post office just goes and ruins the kids' dreams. Oh, well, that's the joys of living in a world, the new world today, where the new hires like Brad control the world. Yes, no show up for work, useless at work, and they still get a paycheck. Oh, well, there we did it. We're back to the United States of America flag in honor of the ladies of WASP. Yes, and also, too, the rock band WASP is on tour. Blackie Lawless is 65 years old, I think he is, and he's still putting on a good show. Yes, that man is very smart. If you listen to him in his interviews and the books he writes, yes, he was, how'd you say, a smart cookie back in the day and able to control his marketing and stuff. Yes, he was smart back then. All right, I better go. It's getting chilly out here. And plus, here comes the boss. Okay, after morning coffee in the kingdom, yes, we're doing this all backwards. This warm weather is unreal. The 38 GMC was supposed to go in the shop and get worked on and a few improvements, but things have changed because of this warm weather. So we need the welder in here for our events on November 11th. Yes, but it might be too warm that day. All right, so back in July, I think it was, we made up all the cables and everything like that, or it could have been May, I'm not sure, but we did it for the snow truck and we did it for a bunch of others. We made all the battery cables because we're getting rid of these top post batteries and going for the studs. Yes, the studs. So we're going to put the battery down there and it will be a top trucker's battery. So we'll have to run the cables along here. And another thing is, I put the battery here, copying off the 39 Chevy, which is over, oh, where is it? I'm over here. I'm confused. All right, the 39 Chevy here. Yes, I'm sober, so that's the problem we're having. All right, so the batteries are supposed to be under the floor on the passenger side, but we gave that up a long time ago. We've been putting the batteries here. All right, but this is a 261 motor. There doesn't seem to be much room. Okay, so I've made the battery mounts and everything like that off, copying off the 39 Chevy, and it just didn't quite work here. So then we put the fender on. So I might have to take the fender off today to get to that battery, because if I don't remove it now and I start running more antifreeze hoses up here for the heater in the back, yes, this has turned into a nightmare, just like when I said I do. I'm creating my own problems. Like, we should be doing this in the shop. 2, I should have never put the battery there, knowing that this service box was going on. But then again, I owned the service box for, what, 5 years before I actually decided to put it on. So, you know, how would you say, I'm being motivated by the comments on my YouTube channel. Yes, I should say our YouTube channel, because everybody's, how would you say, has input on the channel. So let's see if we can get the battery out of here. If the fender comes off, we can fix this mess here. All right, so we kind of got carried away, but we needed the truck and we needed it out, so that's what we had to do. Plus, having the HEI ignition, which is a lot bigger. The Chevys are a lot well, 250 Chevys are forward, so that gives you more room. Oh, what was I thinking? Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom. We got some nice smoke coming out of the hose shack. It's nice and warm in there. Well, I'm out here freezing. This wasn't going according to plan. All right, so this is a 39 Chevy we've had since 1984. I forget what year we put the battery up here, because it's supposed to be under the floor. And then we're buying these special size batteries to fit in here. But as you can see, the 256 cylinder from 1968. The distributor is all the way forward, so that gives you lots of room. I don't know what I was thinking. But also too, the battery should come out from under here, because to pass a commercial safety, the tarp strap isn't allowed. You're supposed to have the battery bolted down. Yes, for some reason. So we want to put a toolbox down on the frame here. We've been only wishing and hoping for, what, 30-some years, so hopefully we'll get it done before my demise and my end. All right, so over here, things got carried away. I think it's, well, Will Ferrell from Newscaster Newsroom says, well, that escalated quickly. But also too, I knew I had to take this fender off. Yes, we got to fix the boogerness inside there and put that back the way it was. That would make my dad pleased, as he's looking down from heaven going, well, at least he's finishing a project, not like himself. All right, so we got the old battery box that's made for one size and one size fits all, plus the tarp strap that was holding the battery in. We can repurpose it for somewhere else. And also too, we're getting rid of those lead battery clamps. I grew up with those, never had a problem. The new world we live in, this lead is imposter lead or something. It's crap. It's actually crap. I don't know. So we're getting away from that. One size fits all. Yes, it's like my ladies. All right, so over here, we got this cleaned up. There's no way that battery was coming out with the fender on. So if I had a battery problem or had to change out the battery, I'd have to take the fender off. So this electrical was all done last July or whatever, pre-cut and ready to go with the soldered ends. We don't crimp, we solder the battery cable ends on. So in here, it was a little chilly playing with the wires, because we had to change the main battery wire up to here to the master switch. So we had to use the heat gun. Yes, the heat gun to keep everything warm, including my fingers. But also too, everything is set up so we can work on it in the cold. Yes, so that's why it's designed that way. Oh yes, and look, the starter stick, so it doesn't end up in the wood stove. Oh look, a piece of scrap wood, let's burn it. All right, so we got the battery cables run, just temporary, worked out good with no running board. And this is where the battery is. We're going for these trucker batteries. One size fits all. So we have the cranking amp, nice clean connections, no solder, lead battery cable ends not making connections. And we drilled it out for the battery cable hold down, because that's 3/8 rod with the angle iron going across the edge. All right, so we're going to clean up the tools here. We had a good productive day outside the heated shop, but that's okay. All right, the staff is here this afternoon. We're going big time logging.
9 a.m. and I just finished up breakfast and let the dogs back in. They weren't out pretty long. It is pretty slippery out there, so let's head inside, give them their breakfast, and then I'm going to wait till 1 p.m. so I can head over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. We were going to do stuff this morning, but as you can see, it is still pretty slippery out here. 12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch. Looks like the sun is trying to make an appearance, but it is still pretty cloudy out here right now, so let's head inside, let the dogs out, and I think I'll have leftovers from last night, then I'll do the lunch weather. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 0 degrees Celsius, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. Looks like it's going to be a nice afternoon. The sun is still trying to peek out from behind the clouds, but it looks like we might get some snow. So let's head over to the kingdom and see what we're doing this afternoon. Just after 1 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Looks like my dad has a little list for us to do today. We're going to go out and collect firewood with the mini and the quad, but we have to unload the one log trailer that has all the shelves on it so we can go out. Now let's head down to the shop and see what my dad's doing. Down at the shop, and I just finished airing up the quad. My dad got the mini out. We're going to hook up to the trailer here and bring it over and around behind Thor so we can unload those shelves and get them out of the way since we're not ready to put him into trailer number 9 yet. To get the shelves in behind Thor, my dad's going to back the trailer up in beside this van trailer and the pallets here, and then we'll slide them down beside the tank. Got the mini into place. Now we can take the strap off and slide these shelves down the side of the trailer here and in behind Thor. We already have some core boxes and pallets down, that way they're up off the ground. $130, we're able to get the shelves in behind the tank. Thor is just on the other side in the new shop. We also have them up on core boxes, that way they're off the ground. Now I'll go hook up to the trailer and we'll head out and look for some trees. Just after 1:30 and I got the trailer into the bush, no problem, just a few little wiggles here and there. I'm gonna go into the bush and pick up all these dead trees and load them onto the trailer. Just after 2 p.m. we're able to get the wagon loaded up. Now we'll head down to the ramp, and there's a few trees over there we can pick up as well. I'll get a video of my dad getting out of here. Hopefully he doesn't get stuck, but if he does, we have the mini. Well, I was going to get a video of my dad driving away, but looks like the roots have the park brake on, so my dad might have to give me a little push so I can get going. 2:30, we finally made it down at the bottom of the ramp. This is in behind the boxcar in the new shop. As you can see, there's a bunch of dead trees back in here, so we're going to load them up and then circle back around to the shop. Had so much fun getting down here. I don't have any traction on the tires, as you can see, plus there's a bunch of roots with the park brake on. Just after 2:30, we're able to get the tree loaded up. We have a few other trees left here to grab, but we can get those another day. The goal for today was to get this big stuff up to the shop. That way my dad had something to burn. Now we'll tie it down, and think he's gonna have to drag me back up into the kingdom. I don't think I'll be able to get out of here on my own. Now let's see if my dad can go anywhere. If not, he'll have to pull me around with the mini. I don't think he'll make it very far. Yep, didn't move anywhere, so now he'll bring the mini around and hook on and pull me back into the kingdom, or at least until I'm on flat ground. Ended up just putting a chain on the front, and I have the quad in neutral right now, and my dad's just towing me back up and into the kingdom. I don't even have to steer, the quad just follows along. Looks like he has enough traction. That is a big load. Almost 3 p.m. we're able to get the quad and trailer back into the kingdom, no problem. Look how big those trees are. They are pretty light though when they're stacked on top of each other with all the roots. It's kind of heavy. Now we'll put the mini away. 3 p.m. it's coffee time. I'm officially done in the kingdom, so I'll grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville and get a fire going. Then I'll do the weather at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 0 degrees Celsius, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was a pretty nice afternoon getting wood, and as you can see, it's already started to get dark out and the street lights have come on. So let's head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, 5 o'clock new time, which is 6 o'clock old time. Time to call it quits. Go drink some beer, because we're, how would you say, big loggers today. Yes, but also too, we tidied up the shop a bit. And here's the heater out of that service truck. I had to take it apart. Yes, that's why I marked the tops here. And shook it out, cleaned it out, and everything like that. It's 2024 service box. No idea if it works or not. I made the propeller spin. I oiled it all up. So hopefully it lasts. All right, so we got gloves, and more gloves everywhere drying. Yes, that's the joys. So the workbench is clean, and I'm ready for tomorrow morning because we're going to have a full production day, sober or not. There's the battery hold down, so that's a lot better than a tarp strap. Yes, and that's what I say. When I die and somebody buys my vehicles, they have to pass a safety. So it doesn't matter if it's commercial safety or just a road safety, the battery has to be bolted down. So we went to a lot of work removing the fender to bolt the battery down, but we're doing it right. No more buying exotic batteries to fit in one little location or whatever. Truckers batteries all the way, one size fits all, like the aluminum rads and my ladies. All right, so that's ready for tomorrow morning. Okay, it's nice out here. This is unreal. November 5th, a big day in the United States of America. Hopefully wake up tomorrow morning and everything's back to normal. If not, it'll be a land of confusion like we are up here. All right, so the wood stoves are just smoldering away. We're supposed to have 4 feet of snow, be cold and freezing, but no, we're not. Yes, so we're getting little things done out here. So I don't know where this tree came from. It must have been imported from the far south or BC. Yeah, this is a BC tree. I don't know how we're going to cut it. We might have to, how would you say, offer somebody a case of beer to come over with one of those, how'd you say, fancy dancy chainsaws. I don't know. We'll staff and I'll figure it out. If we have to cut it, beat it, and smack it around. But we'll get it because we never give up. We can't give up. Look where we live. All right, so that's a pretty impressive load for the trailer. All right, and that's all scrap metal is recycled, repurposed, and reused. Just like these trays. They may not look good and look like much, but they sure do put out some heat in the wood stove. All right, look at the flags. They're enjoying themselves. Let's go walk the dogs and drink some beer before it gets too dark and make a video. Yes, make a video. Talk to you later.